Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super grateful to have you. And if you are returning, y'all, the real MVP, you already know. So hopefully if you are here, it is because you are following my shadow work series. This is going to be a shadow work video. I think I am going to start doing reflections on my shadow work as I do the actual journal prompt videos so that you guys can keep up with where I am in the shadow work series situation, because it does take a lot of work, and in doing all of that work I do come up with a lot of reflective time and introspection, and it does take me a really long time to find the stability to work up to the next journal prompt. So that's why I keep doing these random breaks of introspection for you guys, so that you can see that there's a lot that goes into shadow work. So I do say this in every shadow work video: please be kind, please be gentle with yourself, please be patient, please be forgiving. Shadow work is extremely difficult. So if you guys are still here in the shadow work series, I commend you, my friends. It's hard work and I'm doing it with you. So I did just want to give you guys a little kind of update of where I am with my shadow work. So keep in mind, this is not me giving you any advice particularly about what you should be doing. This is just about what I am doing and what has helped me so far. And I do issue a trigger warning on all of my shadow work videos because if you guys are watching them in succession, it could be extremely triggering to hear somebody talk about their own healing journey. I do also link the number to a suicide hotline down there as well, so that you guys can utilize that, because when I was younger and I was going through a lot of therapy, I did utilize that phone number a lot. Those people are there 24/7 for you to talk anonymously about what's going on with you, and they help a whole lot, okay, to have that judgment-free zone just for you to kind of vent and keep yourself safe, okay? So that is the biggest thing that I want to iterate on my channel in the shadow work series, is keep yourself safe. Do this in a safe manner. If you do not feel safe when attempting shadow work, please do not hold off, until you can get to a state of mind where you are safe and controlled and can attempt the shadow work, okay? Because it's extremely difficult triggering work in introspecting on your past traumas and your younger life, okay? So what has helped me, I know you guys, if you're following my shadow work series, you know that I've talked before about how when I was younger, I had done the 12 steps of the Alcoholics Anonymous program. I was not an alcoholic, but using those steps did help me a whole lot to finding my footing in healing, okay? And one of those steps is accepting God into your life, accepting that there is a force higher than yourself, right? And you guys have heard me talk about this before. I am Christian. I was initially, when I was a baby, I was baptized Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I converted to Christianity in my adult life, and I am still Christian, although I do follow, witchcraft and things like that. I do still worship the Christian God. I do not put as much into religion as some Christians, because religion is a man-made construct. So I do believe, that God is love, and the angels are messengers of God and messengers of love. So that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. I hope the talk and mention of God and angels does not trigger anybody. That's not my intention with this video at all, because this has helped me out so very much. So like I said in the beginning, keep in mind, this is not me telling you this is what you should do. This is me telling you this is what I have done that has helped me out a whole lot, okay? So with knowing that background, that I do believe in God, I do work with God, and God being the all-knowing, all-loving, higher source, right? You can think about it however you want, as the universe, as source, just love in general. And that's what Kyle Gray talks about, is that God is love, okay? So a lot of us that were raised in the Catholic faith when we were younger were kind of brainwashed into believing that God is fear, right? God is fear. God condemns, God is a big meanie, right? And that's kind of why a lot of people strayed away from religion, because of that, because of what the Catholic faith had instilled in us. And that's kind of why I switched over to Christianity in my adult life, is because I don't like thinking that God is fear, because God is not. God is love. And there is something that Kyle Gray points out in his book from another lesson of his. I can't remember if it was a book or something that he read, but he said, God does not forgive because God does not condemn. God is love. So angels, being the messengers of God, they are the messengers of love and light, and they are non-denominational. I tell you guys this all the time. Angels are non-denominational. Your deities are non-denominational. Religion is a man-made construct that we put on each other to keep us in the vibration of fear and anger and low vibrations, right? So that is what I wanted to talk about today, is Kyle Gray. So that's why I did that precursor video about me talking about how Kyle Gray opened up the doors for me to have the vision of meeting one of my guides, and how I fell down a whole rabbit hole of finding Kyle Gray's books and watching Kyle Gray videos, right? So if you guys do not know who Kyle Gray is, he is an angel medium. He was a very young angel medium, and I have recently purchased one of his books and one of his oracle decks. So this is the book that I have. I do talk about this a lot in that video as well. I will link this again below if you guys are interested in this. I am not affiliated. I do not make money if you click that link, so it does not matter to me if you check it out or not. But this has helped me out so very much, because in this, Kyle Gray is extremely vulnerable. He talks about his own feelings and his own experiences in being a medium, in feeling overwhelmed and being a medium, wanting to be normal, and having his angels contact him and pushing him further along the path of being an angel medium. And you guys already know I do, I am very connected to the angels. I do angel readings and things like that, and I have already been so very connected with my angels, and this just helped me out so very much. So the reason that I'm bringing this up in a shadow work video is because since I have started the shadow work journey with you guys, this is now probably my second awakening of shadow work, right? And since I have started this journey with you guys specifically, I have done more work in the past week on unforgiveness and all the bitter things that I hold in my heart that I didn't know were still there, just by welcoming the angels into my life with Kyle Gray meditations, listening to Kyle Gray and reading his books, and just kind of falling down this rabbit hole. I have done more work inside and out in my inner life, right? My inside, as within, so without. And I'm starting to see a huge change where welcoming the angels into my life has affected that change in my outside world as well, in my 3D life, so to speak. So I am seeing this change everywhere in my life now, where I am hearing my angel guidance so much louder than I did before. Although I still have not, overtly seen an angel, I do believe that what I saw was an angel. And since then, I have been really following the guidance of my angels, and I hear them all the time, all day now. And whenever I am, making decisions or something, I hear kind of like the voice of reason, the voice of my angels telling me, how I need to open up, or I need to let go, or I need to release this, and I need to go about it in this way, or how I'm being, I'm thinking in a human sense through pride and ego and things like that. And although I knew a lot of this before this time, having that voice of reason, having whether it is my guardian angel or a guide or whatever, having that voice in my head all day has really substantially changed how I am going about my shadow work in my outer world. So I could do all of the meditation and all of the work inside that I've been doing, but if I can't put it into practice in my outside world, it really doesn't matter, right? It's like, yes, they're tiny baby steps, and it's working on healing and working on things, that you need to work on, but where it gets real important is affecting that change in your outside world. So as within, so without. You have to make them match. You have to have that balance and that harmony of what you are doing on the inside, doing that on the outside as well. So I have been very substantially cooling down on my triggers. Like when I'm triggered, instead of snapping like I would immediately do before and, saying something, I can hear that voice of my angel now saying, stop, calm down, think about what you're going to say, don't react. I'm hearing a lot of guidance I do feel that beautiful love of God that I felt when I decided to get baptized in Christianity. And like I said, this is not, I'm not trying to convert anybody to Christianity here. I'm not trying to get anybody to believe in God if you don't. The angels are non-denominational, and although they do work with God, they work with many gods, they work with many religions, they work with everybody because they are non-denominational. So if you do not believe in God, that's totally okay. You can still welcome the angels into your life if you so choose. You can also work with just your guides, your ancestors, your, whatever higher powers you have. But the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I do believe that accepting a higher power outside of yourself and accepting their guidance and accepting that you need to relinquish your control. Humans always want to control everything. Relinquish that sense of control and allow the guidance, and honestly, vulnerably accept that you are going to do whatever it takes on this path to follow the guidance that your guides are giving you, whether it be your guides or your angels or your deity or whatever, or the universe or Mother Gaia, whatever it is, whatever higher power you choose to work with. You have to, inside and out, accept that you are going to follow their guidance and do whatever they tell you need to do to work on. Sometimes it hurts, it sucks. If you have to admit that you are wrong, you have to apologize to somebody, you have to be vulnerable, you have to admit a lot of things that you don't want to admit, right? I've had to do a lot of that this week, and it's very humbling because, as big as I think I am sometimes, I forget that I'm still human. I do still make mistakes. I do still do a lot of things that I don't really recommend, or say a lot of things that I don't recommend, and I don't realize that I still have those habits. So that's why shadow work is so important for you to realize. And there is something I do believe Gabrielle Lopp just said recently about getting fed up with these habits that you have, and that's the universe's way of showing you that they're still there, because you don't realize that you have these bad habits until you get fed up with them and you want to change them, and then you're like, man, I didn't realize I was doing that at all, because that's how I've been for so long. I didn't realize it was an issue. I didn't realize that was a thing. So I just want you guys to know I have done more journaling since I have started the shadow work series, right? I had all full intentions of doing my shadow work journal, of working with that, and it just kept getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. And then just me doing something as simple as watching Kyle Gray videos, finding my way to a book, and starting an angel guidance book has gotten me to do more journaling, more reflecting, and more introspection and inner work than I have done this entire series. And I've done a lot of work this entire series. So I do really highly recommend this. I do highly recommend all of Kyle Gray's videos. And I just wanted you guys to know I'm still here. I'm still trudging through the shadow work. I didn't just stop because nobody's doing it with me, or only a few people are doing it with me, because I know that this is going to help someone in the future that does stumble across this series. It could even be, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, somebody's going to find this and really like the fact that somebody's doing this work with them, showing them how to go through it and doing it with them as a confidant. Okay, so I really want you guys to keep trudging. If you have not printed out those journal prompts yet or interacted with those journal prompts yet, those are going to be in the description box for you guys. I will continue along with the prompts at some point. I know I barely did like one journal prompt and have done a whole bunch of reflection videos since then, and that's just kind of how much shadow work affects you as a person if you are really doing it wholeheartedly and vulnerably and truthfully. And honestly, that's what I meant, not truthfully, but honestly. So I really appreciate the feedback for those of you guys that have been doing the shadow work series. It means the entire world to me, and I'm really glad that some people are working on this with me. And it's not just me doing another series that doesn't get any traction, right? I'm glad that there's a whole lot of people that are really actually invested in the betterment of their inner selves, their higher selves, and their outer selves for their highest good, right? It makes me feel real amazing that I could be the catalyst in your life for something like that at this time. So I'm very honored, I'm very humbled for those of you guys who are doing this with me, who have found your way to this video, who have decided to start doing your shadow work. It's a big step, it's really amazing, and the first step to healing and change is admitting that you have a problem and that you need to be working on something, right? So those of you guys who are doing this with me, like I say in every single video, please be kind, please be gentle, please be patient with yourselves. It's real hard. Definitely check out those journal prompts. I promise I am formulating another video for the next journal prompt. I just keep having so many reflections that I want to share with you guys in that process, because I've done a lot of really, really hard things over this past week of admitting that I'm wrong to a lot of people and apologizing for a lot of things and forgiving myself for that, forgiving people again that I know I'm not going to get apologies from on certain things, and maybe at some point I will be able to share this with you guys, like really honestly, vulnerably talk about the things that I have been experiencing. Just know that there's a lot of unforgiveness in my heart still from just my father, from the abusive past that I had, from all of the self-harm that I did in my young life because of everything that I went through with my dad. There was a lot of unforgiveness in my heart for my mom, and you know, as amazing as my mom is, you know, I have to accept that even my daughter is going to have unforgiveness in her heart for something that I do along the lines. You know, we do everything with the best of intentions for our children, and something's going to affect them the wrong way no matter what, right? So it's all a matter of us being able to look at our parents as humans and being able to understand the way that they were raised and the way that they lived their life and how these things affected them and why they chose to raise us the way that they did, and understanding why those things affected us the way that they did. Okay, it's a huge process, it's a lot, and it hurts. It really does. It hurts a whole lot, and I have to continuously forgive my father. As many times as I've forgiven him, I'm never going to be done forgiving him, because when you do shadow work, it keeps kicking up more things that you didn't realize were still there. There's still little grudges here and there. There's still bits of unforgiveness that you did not know were there and that you have to keep clearing out. So I do believe I've said that in another shadow work video, that the more work you do on yourself, the more things get kicked up, the more triggers you have, because that is the universe's way of telling you that those things still need to be worked on. So please, my friends, while you are doing your shadow work, understand that you are not getting triggered because you are falling backwards or because you are losing yourself in any sense. You are being triggered because you are being shown what is still an issue that needs to be worked on and healed. Okay, so that is not in any way reversed progress or anything. That's not you failing. That's not any of that. You have to understand that in doing all of this, you're learning, you're growing, and every trigger is a lesson. So I really hope that you guys can learn to love yourselves in this series. That is the first step. That is the biggest foundation of your shadow work, is self-love. That is going to help you change everything in your life inside and out, because when you can welcome love for yourself from, you know, from outside sources, from your deities, from your angels, from your guides, from the universe, from Mother Gaia, when you can learn to accept all of that beautiful love and internalize it and love yourself, you can start to shine that outwards and reflect that to other people and give that love, that beautiful unconditional love, to everyone, and really start attracting that beautiful unconditional love to yourself. And it's hard work, it hurts, but it's an amazing feeling, it's an amazing payout, and it's definitely worth it for your highest good, right? So I really hope you guys don't mind that I had to do this in front of my backdrop today. I try to keep my shadow work videos in comfortable settings, but this was how it was happening today. So yeah, I really wanted to share that with you guys, because Kyle Gray has really changed my life so much in just the span of a couple of weeks. And just by doing these meditations and by welcoming my angels into my life, I have affected so much more change. And I have finally started to feel the benefits of doing this shadow work series, and started to feel more love for myself, and started to feel more respect for myself and for my boundaries and for my future and for you know, my family and just everything inside and out. And it's a beautiful, wonderful feeling. So I hope that you guys take some part of that advice, whether it be seeking out your angels or your guides or the universe or God or whatever it is, whatever deity, higher power. That is one of those steps in the Alcoholics Anonymous 12 steps, is accepting something higher than yourself. And that is just so that you can give your worries to a higher power and they can bring love to you in return, right? Because you can't feel love for yourself if you don't feel love from external forces. It's just kind of, you really need that unconditional love from somewhere, right? Most of us don't get that from our parents, from our siblings, from our spouses, from our family, whatever. Unconditional love does come from our higher powers. So if you guys realize in doing your shadow work that you are lacking that unconditional love from somewhere, from someone, that is why people seek out deities. Okay, so again, I'm not trying to convert anybody to any deity. I am not trying to tell you this is any one way, but in seeking the unconditional love of a higher power, whatever higher power that may be for you, it is going to help you out so very much to have a constant stream of unconditional love coming to you to help you heal all of those beautiful wounds that you have. Okay, so I really hope that you be kind to yourself, my loves. I hope that you guys are trudging along and you're doing okay, and you take time to rest. Shadow work is hard. Take time to rest. Take time to treat yourself. Take time to watch a movie or do something that you haven't done in a while, right? I actually watched a movie the other day and I was like, wow, when's the last time I watched a movie? So it's really important to take time for yourselves. The angels do talk about that often. You need to claim time and space for yourself. It's very important. Self-care is extremely important. That does not mean just normal hygiene or normal chores or anything like that. Self-care feeds your soul, right? So do whatever you have to take care of yourselves, my loves, and you will shine from the outside, from the inside out. Is what I meant to say. So I really hope that wherever you are when this video reaches you, my friends, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. If you made it to the end, please give me a big thumbs up. You guys know that helps me out so very much. I really hope you tell me in the comments how you're doing with your shadow work. You guys, have you gotten a journal? Have you started this on the computer? Are you doing videos? Do you do this with anybody else? Or are you doing it by yourself? Because I'm with you, you know? So I really hope that you guys tell me all of that fun stuff in the comments, but you know, say whatever you want in the comments because y'all do anyway. And I really, really, honestly, beautifully hope that you have an amazing, beautiful new year, my friends. I know that I did say I was going to be done filming until January. That didn't happen. I constantly keep getting ideas for new videos. So we're going into January and we're going into a bright new day and a bright new year. Remember, my friends, every day is a beautiful new day and a chance to start over fresh. So I can't wait to see you in the next one, my friends. Namaste.